Hi, everyone is interested in their health and finding the best way to take care of themselves and be well and avoid the problems this country is plagued with. And if you're like most people, you want to avoid what is coming straight at you from your family history. My name is Dr. Peter Lynn, and I'm going to give you some very refreshing, very helpful information that will improve your health like you've never heard before. Because no one has told you this before, you will be excited to learn that you will be able to take action right now to improve your health condition, however serious it is. Healthcare today is more expensive and messed up than any time in the history of the world. We have $30,000, $50,000 surgeries that are bankrupting families. You may be one or a person with multiple chronic conditions, constant fatigue, chronic pain. Name a symptom that you've had for more than 6 months. Many people just don't feel well. What is being done for you? Do you take more drugs and more powerful medications, or do you just learn to live with it? It's not better, it's worse. People younger and younger are becoming sicker and sicker. Do you remember a time when you were well or you felt well? How far are you away from that time now? I mean, wasn't it nice to not think or worry about your health and what is going to happen? Well, what went wrong? Did your health deteriorate slowly, like everyone's always does? We have a health care system today that allows that to happen. I have happy news for you about what to do to get well right now that you won't get out of your mind. I've realized over the past 20 years that people with chronic health conditions are not being looked at or cared for in a model of what I call three-dimensional health. It is really time that you are evaluated in multiple areas of your life. Doesn't that make sense to look at every angle of you? Because each of these major areas contribute to your health or your illness. I'm wondering if your systems are terribly upset. So here's what we're going to do. Number one, your brain and nerve system may not be working well. So we're going to test it out and see how it works. You may have pain patterns that are result of faulty neurological tracking. Segments of your brain may be firing too high or firing too low. Your nervous system will be tested to find faulty brain and nerve system patterns. Your cerebellum, which controls movement and coordination and balance, may be overfiring like an uncorked champagne bottle. That's not very good. Your brain patterns need to be balanced. Now you can take drugs to dampen these responses, but drugs are not going to correct these neural pathways. You have to find the correct sequence of stimuli to each area of fault, and then we will watch your nervous system unfold into health again. We will just watch how you are doing. Secondly, your metabolic system. This is the symphony of all your glands and your organs working together, or how they are not. We are going to run functional metabolic tests so we can understand how your glands and organs are individually and if they are working in concert. You could be fatigued because you have anemia, have low thyroid function, have blood sugar imbalances, have adrenal problems, gastrointestinal problems. You may have an autoimmune disease. You may have food sensitivities and you don't even know it. I wrote a novel called Barren Harvest. It is about agricultural genetic engineering and what these genetically altered foods may be doing to upset your entire metabolism. Most people in the United States don't even know this threat to their health. It's a big problem, and you're probably eating these things every day. We're going to run over 60 blood chemistry markers, more than you've had done at any one time, I'm sure. Most doctors don't even order these kinds of labs to find out what's going on with you. And even if they do order the tests, they usually order a few. They usually order just the ones that your insurance company will approve of, and only the ones that an insurance clerk considers medically necessary. Which is why you're exactly in the spot you are right now, which is why you won't get well, which is why we order for you a complete functional metabolic laboratory panel that you won't get anywhere else and won't be evaluated like we're going to do. It's like this. You may have high normal lab results. Well, they're still high. You may have low normal lab results. They are still low. We need to find out what's going on and why these are high and low. And here's the thing you can remember. All your results are evaluated functionally, not pathologically. I am looking at you in a functional model, not in a disease model like you're being used to treated. This is what will make a difference between you gaining your health or continuing managing your disease. A pathologically trained doctor evaluates for pathology. Well, remember, you get dysfunction before you get pathology. So you might be told that there's nothing wrong, maybe like you've been told before, and you still get drugs. Your laboratory numbers are off because your biochemistry and your physiology are not functioning correctly. Your body manages it best it can with what you've done to it. Well, let's find out what's going on. That's what we will do with your metabolic system. Unwrap it and study it, and then supply it with what it needs to get well again. What I've just described to you is the new way to health and wellness. This is how we solve chronic health problems. And when someone tells me that this is the best day they've had in 3 years, we know we're on the right track. So here's what you have to look forward to. Attention directed to your brain and nervous system to find the faulty nerve patterns, and then a logical plan and approach to getting your brain working again. A complete functional blood chemistry panel to find out your primary metabolic faults, whether they be anemia, blood sugar imbalances, fatty acid metabolism faults, gastrointestinal problems, autoimmune disease, thyroid, adrenal, hormone imbalances, bacterial, viral, or parasitic infections, and a detailed program of care to unwind and reestablish healing for your organs, glands, and entire metabolic system. And a way to change your daily thoughts of your chronic health condition to the other parts of your life that you've lost track of and want to think about again. A way for you to get back into life again and doing even the simple things that you used to do. What would this be like for you? Watch. The next year you might be right where you are. You might be worse if you don't do something right now. But what would your life be like if you were 30% or 50% better? Do you think that that's a reality for you? Less drugs or none? More energy? Less weight? More health? In no time I'd release you from active care and you'd be a different person, or you'd be like you used to be when you were healthier. You probably already know that the next step is to fill out the forms and get them back into us before your first visit. And if you've already done that, you're one step closer to finding out if we can accept you for care. Now, I've given you a lot of useful information. And as you go through your day, you may think about all these things I've told you. But promise me you'll remember at least these two things. A, you have to find out what's going on neurologically and metabolically. And remember, we're not talking about pathology like how medicine has looked at you and shaken their heads, but functionally, how your body really works and what it needs to becoming well again. What would that be worth to you? And B, if we can help you, you should realize it will take time, but I guarantee I will put together for you the best treatment program that we have available and the time to watch your health unfold again. So now, I hope you have a better day.